Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. What is really the stance of Ghana? Is it ECOWAS? Is it AES? Yes, I want us to rub minds here. Yeah, let's have some little discussion about Ghana. Ghana is collaborating with the AES. Ghana is seeing reasons why they should, have some alliance with the Alliance of Sahel States. They are going for their functions other than, unlike other African countries like Nigeria, like other African countries that Ghana is one of those who still keep this tight, close relationship with the AES. And according to John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, he had openly come out and said that Ghana supports the Alliance of the Sahel States. Ghana goes for the function of the Nigerian people. Ghana goes for the functions of the Burkinabe people. Ghana goes for the function of the Malian people, and Ghana also goes for the function of the joint alliance, the AES, as well. And like I told you, Mahama himself said it, that he supports what is going on down in the Sahel. Now, from that information, which majority of you saw, how the Senate president of the Ghanaian people, he was in a function, and then he said it categorically that they support the alliance of the Sahel state. Now, does it mean that Ghana had fully joined the alliance, or they are one leg in the alliance and one leg in ECOWAS? And as we all know, recently the president or the chairperson of the Economic Community of West African States was changed. He been saddled with the responsibility of drawing back the Sahel states into ECOWAS. And I believe a lot of you saw that information is circulated. I believe quite a good number of you had that information. And the thing now is, so where is the stand of Ghana? What is Ghana really doing? Are they today here and then tomorrow there? Because you see them today with the AES, tomorrow you see them with ECOWAS. What is really the game that the president of Ghana is playing at this point? A lot of Ghanaians are happy with the alliance of Sahel State. They are happy, yes. Of course, if you're a well-meaning African, you will definitely be happy with what is happening down in the Sahel. So this is a question that majority of you have. Where is the leg of the Ghanaian president? Now, the truth is that John Dramani Mahama is a politician. He is not a military leader. Just like Ibrahim Traore said, he is a soldier, not a politician. So John Dramani Mahama, on the other hand, is a politician, not a soldier. So these are two different personalities and two different, of course, we understand that. So John Dramani Mahama might have his own interests for the progress of his own people and the unity, the brotherly communion of those neighboring countries around him. He might have a strategy to which he wants to work with the AES and also work with ECOWAS. Do you think that can be possible? Working with the AES and at the same time working with ECOWAS. Do you think it's possible? I think it is good that John Mahama comes out and then openly say what he wants for his people and the stance, which, like I told you from the beginning, he has been saying that he supports the alliance of the Sahel state. Now, supporting the alliance, does it mean joining the alliance? This is what a lot of us are asking. A lot of Pan-Africans are asking this question. A lot of Pan-Africans are saying, okay, we want Ghana to be part of this alliance. Because the moment Ghana becomes part of AES, is going to encourage other African countries to be part of AES, because Ghana will be one of the non-military ruled region to be part of the AES, the Alliance of the Sahel State. The reason why I want to understand with John Mahama is that it's like he is in a tight situation. It will be difficult for him to just pull out of ECOWAS and then jump into AES. It might be easy. A lot of us come out on the internet and make comments. It's easy to just type out comments, just go and join AES. It doesn't just work like that. You saw how this alliance of the Sahel states, you saw how this AES states suffered in the hand of both foreign bodies and even the ECOWAS countries and leadership. So it's not going to be easy. I think John Dramani Mahama is taking it one step at a time, which we all should understand with him. It's not easy to just jump out and say, okay, I am part of AES now, but he's taking it one step at a time. Because up until this time, it is true that Ghana recently accepted, military vehicles from the United States. It is still true that the military base, the American military base in Ghana is still functioning. These are true. So if Mahama needs or wants to or has to join AES, these are the things that you need to let go of. And will it be easy for him to let go of these things just within a twinkle of an eye? No, he needs to plan for it. He needs to work for it. Okay, we all can bear witness with this man that he is truly doing his best to see that he cut off from the hold of colonization and the rest of them. He might not be radical like the Sahel leaders, but he's doing what he can do one step at a time in his own capacity. So we'll listen to some of his discussions and you leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, Your Majesties.
We know what is happening in Burkina Faso. Indeed, we should be working closer with our comrades in Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, this government has created some tension between us and Burkina Faso because our president went and opened his mouth too wide. You saw the video. He went and was doing concern about your neighbor. We all are here. We are suffering. America called you small, and you are so excited, and then your neighbor, you are doing concern about him. And so it has created some diplomatic tension. He went there and went and apologized, but still it's not the best. So when government changes, we have to go and talk to our neighbors because we must work together.
Ghana has had long-standing relations with all the agencies, and having been president before, I know the kind of work we did together. We need you more than ever before because of the crisis this country is going through. And I've had the opportunity to meet some of you, even during the campaign and before the election. And I've expressed, how I want us to work even closer together to see how we can put Ghana back on its feet. Of course, we all know that Ghana is very important in the geopolitics of West Africa and Africa, in terms of upholding democracy and being a model, of peace and security. And it's something that we want to restore as quickly as possible. And so we look forward to working with you, looking at the existing programs, and we need to tweak them to meet the realities of today to do so. I believe we've had discussions with the World Bank and the IMF already, and we look to an early engagement so that we can continue to be on the same wavelength. Of course, in the campaign, several, promises been made, and we need to look at what the reality is in terms of sitting together and seeing what the way forward is. Of course, one of our main concerns, and I think we've expressed it to you several times, is the issue of the humps in the debt repayments, and it's something we need to see how we can smooth it so that we don't default again. That would be more catastrophic than this current default. Aside from that, we know that in the last family season, the rainfall pattern was very erratic. And so we're anticipating that there's going to be some problem with availability of food. And so how we're able to kick in supports to ameliorate the situation is something that we would like to work on. With all the other agencies, UNICEF, UNHCR and all that, we are happy to continue to engage and see how we can strengthen and even uplift the cooperation and the work that we do together. I don't kid myself that it's going to be an easy task. It's going to be quite tough. And I anticipated that we're going to win, but I didn't anticipate the margin by which we're going to win. And that is an indication, like I said yesterday, that Ghanaians have a very high expectation. And so managing that expectation and trying to work as quickly as possible to meet those expectations is something that our team has to look at. We run on the campaign of resetting the nation because We've been in this democratic space since 1992. And the time has come when we must look at some of the issues to do with our governance, our economic management and all that, the fight against corruption and all that, and see how we can lift all that to another level so that we continue to maintain the confidence and faith, especially of our youthful population. A lot of them are losing faith in the whole democratic thing because they think it's not working for them. It's not creating opportunities for them. So those are all things that we need to look at. We're happy we have our first female vice president. She's not only opened the door, but she's going to keep the door open so that others can follow in her footsteps. Happily, this last parliament has passed the affirmative action law. And so we're going to abide by it. Even in the run-up to the campaign, we made a promise that we're going to reserve 30% of appointments for women.
The recent decision by Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to withdraw from ECOWAS is a regrettable development. Yet, even in this, continuous engagement must remain our lodestar. We must respond not with isolation or recrimination, but with understanding, dialogue, and a willingness to listen and to engage. Since assuming office as president, I've prioritized diplomatic re-engagement with our Sahelian neighbors. Ghana has appointed a special envoy to initiate high-level conversations with the Alliance of Sahel States. I've personally led missions to foster trust, rebuild communication channels, and affirm our shared aspirations. These efforts reflect our belief that we have a shared destiny as a sub-region, and that unity, however difficult, remains the best path to shared prosperity and regional stability. Ghana stands ready to serve as the bridge to help reknit the fabric of West African unity. We believe that through sustained dialogue, patient diplomacy, and principled negotiation, we can restore cohesion and rebuild trust in our community. This period, ladies and gentlemen, calls for even greater solidarity and understanding for the difficult challenges that confront our brothers in the Sahelian states. Diplomacy is not only about resolving disputes, it's about creating the conditions for peace, for inclusion and progress. It is about fostering mutual respect and advancing our common interests.